Fellas, I don't know what it is about this shotgun, but it just pisses me off. It just does. Because on paper, Fractethyst is perfect. It really is, guys. This precision frame shotgun has everything you would ever want. Great stats, great range, a number of great options there in its rolls. It was meant to be a dominant shotgun, especially for PvP. But for some reason, Fractethyst is FracteSHYTE. Even with all these God rolls that you're about to see right here, guys, I cannot get this shotgun to do what I wanted to do, which was essentially consistently kill at that beautiful max range of 7.5 meters. Now, let me back up real quick. I find this shotgun infuriating because despite the countless hours that I gave to it, it was really right down the middle. There were times I would shoot a shot and FracteSHYTE would whiff. And then there were other times I would shoot a shot knowing in my head that there was no possible way it would grant me a one-hit kill. And then FracteSHYTE would just be like, yo, I got you. And those are the moments that cause lots of confusion for me. Now, understand this is a precision frame shotgun, guys, meaning it shoots at 65 rounds per minute. If you can roll with something like assault mag, though, that does kick it up to 70 rounds per minute. And you can actually go further than that with, say, something like full auto tacked onto assault mag, which will add an extra 10% there in rate of fire. Really, Fractethyst has got some great rolls for both PvE and for PvP. And you may really want to consider shotguns going into the 30th anniversary, as they're going to be getting a 10% bump in damage inside of PvE. And honestly, you can't go wrong with the multitude of rolls here that you have present. Adrenaline Junkie is getting a buff, and it will have more ease of use next season. You got things like Harmony, which is actually a 20% damage increase on readying the weapon within 3 seconds of getting a kill with another weapon, which, by the way, guys, duration wise lasts for 7 seconds. Adagio, which is not necessarily great for DPS. We actually did an auto rifle review a few weeks ago of The Last Breath with Adagio, which gives a 25% damage buff and only a negative 15% rate of fire nerf, but only on certain weapons. Think like hand cannons. Auto rifles is actually a negative 20%, but for FracteSHYTE itself, we're talking a 20% damage buff and a negative 20% rate of fire. It almost pushes FracteSHYTE into the same range as aggressive shotguns. But really, inside of PvE, guys, this shotgun is only going to get better. Whether it's Trench Barrel, Adrenaline Junkie, Harmony, Adagio, combine that with perks like either Slide Shot for run and gun, Full Auto for that increase in rate of fire, and again, you can even double stack Full Auto with Assault Mag inside of PvE to really crank that rate of fire up. Now, inside of PvP, really what it comes down to for us is just kill range, right? There's nothing too complicated. We just want to know how far can I be from my target and still secure the one-hit kill. At 7.5 meters, it was leaving my opponents a little less than half health, which is unfortunate. And it's this roll right here, guys. This is a very good roll with opening shot, a range masterwork, full choke, light mag, etc. Could it be better in the range department? Yes. Would it have mattered? No. Understand, guys, shotguns run into a ceiling, a cap. 7.5 meters is pretty much that cap, or at least the hard cap. The soft cap is about 7 meters. And even though you may have shotguns that has the kill range, like technically speaking, if you were to max the range out here on FracteSHYTE with the range masterwork, accurized rounds, opening shot, yes, damage fall off doesn't begin for the weapon until about 8.5 meters, but you're still not going to get a kill at 8 meters. At best, you'll get a kill at 7.5 meters. And that's just due to pellet spray, guys. You're only doing so much damage per pellet. And when we're talking about these weaker archetypes, whether it's lightweights or precisions or even rapid fires, in precision's case here, we're talking 20 damage per pellet. Now, they have the stats. They have the stats to really have the furthest range amongst all shotguns. FracteSHYTE here has incredible stats in the range department, but it doesn't matter because pellet spread, at the end of the day, is what's punishing these shotguns the most, even with perks like full choke. I bring this up, guys, because the God roll, like we've mentioned before in the past with other weapons, is not necessarily you running out there and getting the highest amount of range, because it's all for naught. It really doesn't help you all that much. Instead, you want a shotgun here that's well-rounded. And I'm actually going to take you down 2 different paths. The first path is still my opening shot roll. There's a lot that an opening shot roll does. It literally makes a crappy roll feel amazing, at least on the first shot. The improvement in accuracy, the range being extended on that opening shot, which, by the way, adds roughly half a meter of range. But what I like about opening shot on a roll is that this actually opens up other perks for me. I can easily rock things like assault mag with opening shot and full choke with the handling masterwork. And even though the range there is at 7.81 meters, that really doesn't matter because you're not going to be killing at 7.81 meters. Again, soft cap 7 meters, hard cap 7.5 meters. Even when stacking things like slide shot and opening shot together, which, by the way, do stack, you're still going to be capped there very hard at 7.5 meters. You're going to be very hard pressed to get a kill at that range. damage. So again, guys, overstacking here in range is not going to help you. So stack for things that will help with consistency. Full choke is great as it reduces that projectile spread. Assault mag is great for that rate of fire increase, for the follow-up shot if you need it, alongside slide shot and opening shot, both being great perks. And if you don't want to rock slide shot, you really don't have to. Quick draw is still a fantastic perk to use on a special weapon, especially if you're playing off your primary. The other role I want to suggest is actually eliminating opening shot and instead choosing one of the other perks that does damage. Now, personally, I don't necessarily like anything but opening shot on a shotgun because it's not just the range that opening shot grants you, it's that accuracy. But there are moments where a perk like Harmony is really, really good, as Harmony activates on ready within 3 seconds of getting a kill. And that's 7 seconds, guys, of that plus 20% increase in damage. The other perk I want you to consider, which I know we have Adrenaline Junkie, which is getting a buff, so I can't overlook that. But the other perk is Adagio. Now, Adagio, with that 20% increase in damage, despite it hurting that rate of fire, which I don't like inside of PvE, inside of PvE, where you're just trying to go for the one-hit kill, that increase in damage will put its damage in line with aggressive shotguns. And it'll actually exceed it in some cases, meaning it'll become more likelier to hit that 7.5 meter kill with a perk like Adagio. What's hurting precision shotguns and these archetypes are not their range, guys, it's their damage. So again, opening shot, fantastic for consistency, will pretty much always net you that kill at 7 meters if you're aiming well and you're rocking a perk like Full Choke with the bare minimum in the range stats. And then for perks that increase damage like Harmony, Adagio, we're talking perks that does bump that damage up, allowing for this precision shotgun to achieve what aggressive shotguns can currently achieve. Now, even the most godly rolled aggressive shotguns still doesn't reach crazy ranges surpassing that here of even FracteSHYTE. We're talking this roll right here, which is my Astral Horizon with max range, opening shot, rifle barrel, a range masterwork, and an adept range mod. Still can't even kill at 7.5 meters. So understand, guys, shotguns in general, Bungie has made an aim to really rein them in and really cap them off. If there ever comes a day, though, where they release that cap a little more, shotguns like Fractethyst will be super deadly considering its base stats, its range, and the different perk combinations that you can get with it. This was a shotgun that surprised me. There were times I was like, whoa, how did that shotgun even get that kill? And there were other times it would just point blank. But there's a lot of things that play a role in that. Netcode, servers, frontier internet. For me, though, to get better at using precision shotguns, I had to really slow things down. I really had to just look at my target completely, aim down sights, lock up with them with Full Choke, and then fire. Shotguns like Fellwinter's Lie, Astral, has the ability to be pretty sloppy with your shotgun work. When we're talking lightweights and precisions, those are the shotguns that you really have to sight your aim in and look at your target visibly before shooting. Now, the question's gonna be brought up. Cross, would you choose FracteSHYTE over Reese Walker? Reese Walker is one of my babies. I love that shotgun. But to be honest with you, I love it because number one, it's in the kinetic slot, and number two, it is a lightweight frame weapon. The difference between Reese Walker and FracteSHYTE is that FracteSHYTE doesn't really require you to roll anything in the range department. You can play around with a lot of perks here. Reese, though, you gotta roll it with the right perks. Perks like Iron Reach, Accurized Rounds, Full Choke, or Rifle Barrel. And then you can start reaching ranges that FracteSHYTE starts off with. Now, what makes Reese Walker so good is that it is a lightweight weapon. And lightweight frame weapons feel very, very good for our mobility. They quite literally make us faster. So closing that gap is actually easier with these archetype of weapons. Personally, I'm a bigger fan of lightweight weapons. The downside is you have to roll the mega god roll for lightweights, whereas precisions can be mediocre rolls. Although I think for the majority of us, we still like to roll god rolls, right? There's just a dopamine kick that goes off whenever we roll a max range FracteSHYTE, regardless of the caps. Just know, guys, before you start sitting there and breaking down whatever roll Fractethyst that you have, you don't have to have the godliest range roll for PvP. One range perk, opening shot, you'll be good all day long. So guys, I'm excited to try this shotgun next week once the December update goes live. I think Fractethyst might actually be an option for my PvE players that want a weapon that's going to be doing 10% more damage inside of PvE on top of being a kinetic shotgun, which is already doing more damage anyways. Either way it goes, guys, find one of these shotguns, lock it down, and if the day ever comes where Bungie lifts that soft and hard cap, precision frames will 100% be the meta. Well, fellas and ladies, thank you all for coming and watching, and as always,
Slap that like button like your mama told you right.